All right, everyone, here we are with ticker symbol ZOM, Zomedica Corp. And before we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, Invest for Tomorrow. To all the subscribers, welcome back. And as we jump into this chart, I do want every single investor to be aware that I have a new ticker symbol to share with you guys towards the end of this video. It's in the energy sector. The chart is looking healthy in growth over time in like the last 2 years. And also their financials have been growing over time as well. Now, we talked about CLNE yesterday. Today, it's a brand new one. You've probably heard of it before, and if you haven't, I can't wait to share it with you guys. So stay tuned till the end for more information on that stock and its chart. But let's jump on into Zomedica Corp. So I did a chart analysis earlier, and I kind of briefly talked about how this is reacting to the share offering, right, that just recently happened and so forth. So I want every single investor to be aware that tomorrow it ends, and the stock has been handling it really well. I mean, it's just coming right back up. I mean, if we see this reach almost back to these highs by tomorrow, right, and land somewhere around this area, and the stock offering is over, I could see it consolidating or probably pulling back a little bit, but taking off after that without any offerings holding it back, obviously, right? Let's not say that in the next week or two, they go ahead and take advantage of doing another offering, because that's what these companies do, especially when the stock is hot and having momentum. Now, why do they do it? For expansion, for growth, for research, and so forth. So that's fine, and also to clear off some debt, but as long as it's going to help the company grow, then offerings are pretty healthy. But sometimes it does this temporary pullback that can make certain investors feel uncertain or worried about the outcomes in the long run. But for someone that has just gotten into this stock or didn't know much about it, I mean, it's going to be very important to keep in mind that this upward momentum is strength. This is showing so much strength here that I can't even... I mean, this was a stock that was having trouble, right? Right back here, was having so much trouble to even stay above $1 and keep itself up and so forth. And it took off, and it has an offering, and it's like not even feeling it. Like, it's already went up a whole 50 cents. And 50 cents for Zomedica is a lot. So I'm just here to update everyone that the offering ends tomorrow. It closes out. We need to pay close attention to this moving forward, and we want to be aware of how this is going to play out in the next coming weeks, because if it continues this upward momentum into March, then March is going to be another month of catalyst and growth unless there's a healthy pullback and we see consolidation. I don't want to think too far out, but man, did this start the run really early. I mean, this is something I would have expected, I'd say maybe the beginning of March, leading into the second week, some consolidation, maybe the third, and then into the last weeks of the month. Then we would see some upward movement like this. Like, we're talking about significant upward movement, whether it was in the $1 to $2 or $2 to $5 or 5 to 7, but some significant movement, because on the 30th is the launch of the Truforma medical device and all that fun stuff that every single investor is excited and ready for moving forward. And if this product is true to be a game changer for this industry and innovation of this company, this stock should hold itself up at whatever numbers it ends up close to that time. Obviously, it'll have some pullback because some investors were just waiting for that to appear and happen, but there's going to be some people that are long, and we're going to see where this stock holds up. So if you think about it in the long term, all these prices, according to how investor sentiment is and according to how the company's looking moving forward, it's literally an opportunity, a discount. But I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold any positions on any of the stocks we talk about, none of the ones in this video. I'm just here to share with you guys the information, update you guys, and let you guys know the cues to follow. So keep in mind that the 50-day moving average currently is 240. Our support is 247. You want to watch how it reacts between support and the 50-day moving average. And resistance is 258. that needs to be broken through by the bulls to continue this momentum. So we're going to have to see how this plays out tomorrow and the rest of the week leading into next week and the rest of the month leading into March. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Share this with your friends and community. Don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watched this video. And if you're a first-time viewer and investor coming across the channel and you feel inclined to subscribe, do so. And don't forget to click on the bell so you don't miss a single video that I post. Stay tuned to the end because I have a ticker symbol you won't want to miss, and you definitely want to add it to your watch list. So for everyone that has stayed to this point in the video, the ticker symbol I'm about to share with you guys is part of the energy sector as well. I know we've talked previously about others like fuel cell, we've talked about CLNE and others on the list, and this one is Canadian based. Now a lot of analysis ratings are pointing this one upwards, so let's go ahead and look at the chart, and the ticker symbol is AQN. I don't know if you guys have heard about it or know anything about it, but it's Canadian based, and you could see in the chart since that big fall, right, last year in February leading into March, right, it went ahead and dropped from highs here of about $16, almost 17, to about $9 and some change, and here we are now at $17.51. Now throughout the year it's taken time to work its way up. The ups and downs, right, the volatility of the market does exist, and it's always going to be there. That's unavoidable, but through the ups and downs it keeps on hitting newer highs. Now something else that really attracts me to this stock is how their revenue and profit has been growing since 2017, 2018, 2019, and I could see 2020 being even better, right, overall. And you could see it here. They had only one bad quarter, and I can also see 2021, 2022, and moving forward having this exponential growth here on the chart and also in the revenue. Another thing too that I find attractive about this is its dividend. Now, dividend isn't always something to, go ahead and say, hey, I like this stock because of dividend, because sometimes dividend can try to make you come on in and join on in on the stock. But what good is a dividend if the stock is going downwards or having a downward spiral? But when we look at this chart over the whole course of the year, this has been pushing upwards, right? It's had its consolidation periods, its ups and downs, but it keeps on hitting new highs. Now, market cap is also another thing that's very interesting to me, how small it is. And one of the Forbes contributors, so if you can find that article, his name is Roger Conrad, said back in December that this is the future next era energy. So if you're familiar with next era energy, you can think about their chart, their revenue, and their growth. This is said to almost be comparable the future next era energy of Canada. Very interesting stuff. So I really want every single investor and viewer to do more due diligence and research. And once again, it's a Forbes contributor. His name is Roger Conrad. If anybody can find that article and list it down below, I would really appreciate it. I didn't have time to go ahead and pull it up and go ahead and add it to the video so you guys can see it and we can read over it, because I want to go ahead and get jumped into these charts. But I just want every single investor and viewer to be aware. AQN is definitely one you want to add to your watch list and keep on your radar moving forward. And this is said to be next era energy in Canada. That's a big, bold statement. And if you know next era energy, they're the top dogs right now, one of them actually, and they did a split. So they went almost all the way up to $300, and they're probably after the split way beyond that with so much more room to grow, right? Right now at the split, I don't know exactly what they're at, so let's take a look at it. But if you go ahead and see next era energy's chart, it's going to be pretty amazing to think that this is being actually compared to next era energy. So when they did the split, it was a 4-to-1. So if you multiply 84 by 4, we're talking about almost $330, almost $40 per share right now. It's what it's valued. So if you look at it, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be the same exact size and we're going to get the same type of returns and it's going to be the same market cap, but there's so much room here just based off the chart. And when you look at this chart over the course of time, it's just been moving upwards. And when we go all the way back to the past, same thing. Look at that. Look at that trail. Look at that trail. It's just been pushing upwards. Now, it seems to be a very slow mover, but that's fine. That's fine. It gives you time to get on in on more and go ahead and load up for the next ride. So I look forward to seeing your guys' thoughts and feedback on this one. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.